Hey everybody, I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about the new World Handicap system. This went into place January of this year, and the reason being was they wanted to combine all the different golf ruling bodies throughout the globe into one system. So that's what they've done here. And I want to highlight a couple of key things to know about this system, and I'll put a couple of links below this video that have further explanations and videos on the totality of the system. The first thing you want to know that's different about this is that our handicap indexes are going to change daily if we play golf. So that means no longer do we have to wait for the 1st and 15th of the month for our handicap indexes to change. They will change every single day provided that we play. So it's very important that you post your score the day of that you play, and that goes for home and away scores. The second thing that you need to know that's important is get familiar with a term called net double bogey. This is the score adjustment that you're going to be allowed to, based on your index, for posting purposes. I'll give you a quick example. If I'm an 18 handicap, which means I get one stroke on every hole, and I have a bad hole, and I make a score of 9. Let's say it's a par 5 hole, and I've made a 9, and I get a stroke on that hole because I'm an 18 handicap. So the net double bogey procedure is I'm going to take the par of the hole, which is 5, add 2 to that, and then add my handicap allowance. So 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 for my stroke is an 8. So my score of 9 will be reduced to an 8, and I will add the score using the 8 to a total, and that is the score that you will post for your handicap purposes. And this is the same procedure whether you get one stroke on a hole, no strokes on a hole, or 2 strokes or 3 strokes on a hole. It's the same procedure. It's the par plus 2 plus any handicap allowances, and whatever that is, that number different than the actual score that you made. The last thing I want to tell you here that's different is that your handicap calculation, the actual math of how they're calculating it, and the number of scores used is different. They're now using your low 8 of your last 20 differentials. That's something we'll cover a little bit later. And the reason is primarily that they used to use a course rating as more of a factor to calculate your handicap index, and now they're using par. So also because of this, we will no longer need to make adjustments in tournaments for players that are playing against each other in different tees or from different tees. So that'll be helpful, I think, to everybody as well. And the last thing I want to tell you about the World Handicap system here is that they're trying to make it more inclusive for everybody. So given that, a player without a handicap index, if you wanted to create or get a handicap index, you need to only play 54 holes. That's in either 9 or 18 hole increments. And any form of those that add up to a total of 54 will allow you to create an index. So check out the links below and put any questions down there in the comments, and we'll get to answer them as soon as we can. Thanks.